I have some very exciting news for you guys today. I'm giving you early access to something, so stick around to the end of the video. And as a huge thank you for tuning into this YouTube video, I have something very exciting coming for you guys. Hello and welcome to another YouTube video. If you guys are new here, my name's Georgia. I'm a women's online health and fitness coach, and I work with incredible women who are ready to step into their ultimate confidence. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for tuning in for another video. And like I said, later on at the end of this video, I have something really cool coming for you guys that isn't launching on my Instagram until Friday. If you're a one-to-one client, you're already in the know about this. I feel like I'm talking in riddles right now, so let's just jump into the video. Today, I want to chat to you guys about the fact that we are literally nearly halfway through 2025. We are in June. June is the 6th month of this year, 6 out of 12. That means at the end of this month, we are halfway through 2025. And let's be honest, I know so many of us set New Year's resolutions in January and they probably haven't happened. So this video is going to help you change this. I'm going to be talking through my 3-step framework to make sure that you are achieving what you actually set out to achieve by the end of this year. So let's jump straight into it with the first thing, and that's actually setting yourself some goals. Now, this might sound quite simple on the surface, but how many times you said, I want to train more, I want to eat better, I want to feel better, I want to feel more confident. Those things are great, but they're not tangible goals you can actually measure whether or not you've hit them. So that's why you have this confusion that sets in and disappointment actually that you probably haven't achieved what you want to set out to achieve because what you wanted to achieve wasn't specific enough in the first place, if you catch my drift. So the first step to this framework is making sure that you set some bulletproof goals. I want you to get super in depth with these. What is it that you want to achieve? How is it going to look when you achieve that thing? How are you going to look? How are you going to feel? What size clothes are you going to wear? What weight are you going to be on the scales? What weight are you going to be able to lift in the gym? How fast are you going to be able to run? How far are you going to be able to run? What fitness competition are you going to be signing up to that you're going to achieve? These are just a few examples, but make it as specific as possible. We also want to make sure that we're setting a time frame with these goals because, again, if we're leaving our goals open-ended, all of a sudden a few years have passed by and you still haven't hit that target weight that you wanted to hit X amount of years ago. So I really want you to get crystal clear with where you're going. And part of that also comes from reflection. Where are you at right now? What are you happy with within your life? And what maybe is not what you want it to be? All these things are really going to help you to highlight where you want to create change in your life and also create tangible goals that you can hold yourself to for the rest of this year and beyond. Now, once you've done this, you're going to be left with some probably pretty hefty goals. Let's be honest, if you're someone who follows me on Instagram, watches my YouTube videos, my TikToks, whatever it is that you consume of my content, you are a very driven woman. And the reason why I know this is because I am the exact same. I don't set small goals. I want huge things to happen in my life. And I know that that doesn't come from setting small goals. So right now, if you're thinking about what you want to achieve and it scares you, that's probably a good thing. And this is exactly what I tell my clients. If you want to level up, if you're serious about change in your life, that change is going to feel scary. But what we want to do for number 2 of this 3-step framework is actually break down those big goals into small, easy to manage steps. To give you an example of this, if I was to drive from where I live in the south up to Scotland, that in itself seems like a big overwhelming journey, right? I dread to think how long it would take me. I don't know, maybe like 8 hours, but it's a very long way, right? So on the surface, that looks intimidating. But if I break it down and I go, okay, first of all, I'm going to drive 4 hours or 3 hours to Manchester. Then I'm going to stop off there and get some lunch. And then after that, my next stop off is going to be this place, and so on and so forth. What I've done is I've broken that big overwhelming journey down into small, more manageable chunks. And this is where so many people slip up, because you set yourself big goals, you look at that big goal and you think, oh my goodness, that looks really scary. And then the fear that that creates causes you to back down. And that's why you don't achieve those goals, because you don't have these easy to implement steps laid out in front of you. You haven't broken that goal down into small, manageable chunks, into medium-sized goals and also small-sized goals as well. Which brings me nicely onto step number 3 of this framework, which is actually understanding the action steps that you need to take to get you to each of those small or mid-term goals. So for example, going back to my driving to Scotland analogy, getting to that first pit stop of driving to Manchester, my action steps would be looking at which motorways that I need to take and which roads I need to be on, and following my sat nav, and maybe having some car snacks to keep me going, having my road trip playlist to keep me motivated, and maybe listening to a podcast so I don't zone out on my drive. All of those small actionable steps that are going to get me from where I live to Manchester with ease. And it's exactly the same with your goals. Really rolling with this driving analogy in this video, so hopefully that's hitting for you guys. And I think here is also where a lot of the decision fatigue sets in for a lot of people. They know what they want to achieve. They might have gone and actually taken that second step of splitting that goal up into small tangible things. If you're looking to lose 20 kilos, for example, you might go, okay, my first goal is to lose the first 5 kilos. But it's actually understanding how to lose that 5 kilos. That is the hard bit. And this is exactly what I do with my one-to-one clients, which is bringing me really nicely onto what I wanted to share with you guys as a thank you for tuning into this YouTube video. Like I said, I have something really cool launching on my Instagram this Friday, and I'm about to give you guys early access. So I'm running a summer reset masterclass at the end of this month, the month of June, when I'm filming this, for my one-to-one clients. Usually these webinars are exclusively for my one-to-one clients. I work very closely with my clients to give them literally the best support I physically can as a coach. And this means in this webinar, we are literally going so in depth on the 3-step framework that I have talked you through on this YouTube video. So if you're serious about leveling up this summer, I'm going to put the link to get access to this webinar literally down below this YouTube video. Click the link, fill in your details, and I will make sure I email you over the link so that you can join this webinar live. You're going to come out of this masterclass with crystal clear goals. Yes, the ones that feel a little bit scary, but not only that, you're going to have those micro goals, those midterm goals, and your long-term goals that are going to get you to where you want to be by the end of 2025 and further as well. Plus, on top of all of that, you're going to have such a clear action plan, so you're going to know exactly what steps you need to be applying, what actions you need to be taking on a daily basis to achieve those goals, feel your absolutely best, and just generally level up across all areas of your life. So if you're ready to go a layer deeper on what I've chatted through on this YouTube video, and you're an action taker who is ready to literally feel and look their absolute best in 2025 and beyond, head to the link in the caption of this YouTube video and I'll send you over the details. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this YouTube video. I hope you found it helpful, and I will catch you in the Summer Reset Masterclass.